about Avantis because a lot of people want to hear about what's going on with Avantis, and I know you guys can see this thing has completely dumped hard since its launch. But in Avantis's defense, they kind of launched at the peak of the market. So we're gonna talk about this today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So if you look at this, September 10th, that is not the actual launch date, but it was around that time. That's just when it got put on to CoinGecko, but it was launched around that time, around September 10th, September-ish. If you look at what the market was doing around that time, the market actually peaked actually before, right after that. So this is kind of crazy because if you look at it, Avantis launched and then the market peaked the next month. And when the next month came, Avantis hit its all-time high. But unfortunately, the market was peaked. The market was due for the bear market. And then it entered the bear market. The whole crypto market entered the bear market. At the peak, we had so much volume, right? At the peak, Avantis had $6.4 billion in volume and $606 million inside of market cap. So it was completely maxed out. And it did pretty good, right? Considering it was only out for a month during the bull market, and then it entered a bear market alongside Bitcoin and everything else. So yeah, it went all the way up to $2.64. And since then, it's been down. And a lot of people are super upset about that, which I understand. I completely understand. Things just didn't go as everyone planned. Even myself, I thought that we would at least get to 150K for this bull market. And I even did a prediction for Avantis, trying to predict it going up to $5, expecting for Bitcoin to go up to 150K, because if Bitcoin hit 150K, I believed that Avantis could at least do $5. But we obviously seen that it did not happen that way because we peaked inside of October. That was the peak of the bull market. October 7th, we peaked all the way up there at the top at 126K Bitcoin, all right? October 6th, 2025, 126K Bitcoin. That was our peak. We're now 44% down from our all-time high, 44.9, 45%. Let's just say that. And recently, Bitcoin has been dumping. Bitcoin's at 69.5K right now. So if you look at it, actually, no, Bitcoin just dumped even more to 69.3K. I've been telling people here that Bitcoin is bull trapping everyone, and that's exactly what it's doing. This right here is called a bear flag. Bear flags are bearish signals. I've been saying this all along. And honestly, we're probably going to end up seeing Avantis coming down alongside Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin continues to dump and it goes below 65K down to 60K, below 60K down to 50K, which is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a 50K Bitcoin soon. If it does that, we're going to see the price of Avantis dropping lower. So we're going to talk about that too, even though you can look here, it does look like we are inside of a falling wedge here. So if you look over here at this is a falling wedge. It's a bullish signal, but because Bitcoin is dumping, if Bitcoin continues to dump, this could be a bull trap, right? This falling wedge could indeed be a bull trap. We just got a bull trap inside of Bitcoin. Why would we not get one inside of Avantis too? So I want to talk about that as well. This is going to be a packed video. But before we talk about that, check out the link in the description for the Avantis trading app, right? For the Avantis trading app, check out the link inside of the description for Avantis 5. Sign up through the referral link and you will get up to 15% off your trading fees signing up through my link. So go ahead and do that. That would be greatly appreciated because you would also help out the channel, and you'll also get a percentage off for your trading fees as well. I've used Avantis plenty of times to trade and do perps and DeFi trading. Even though it says that some products aren't available inside your location, it says that for almost every location. For some reason, I even tried to use a VPN, but you can use it. You can use a VPN if you want for, I didn't tell you to do that. I've used a VPN. I didn't tell you to do that. But look, you can access it, right? It's a DeFi trading platform. So go ahead and check it out. And yeah, Bitcoin is dumping. And like I was saying before, with Bitcoin, the shorts that I'm looking at, it's possible to do shorts on Bitcoin if you have your confirmation met. And before we go over all the Avantis stuff, I'm just going to talk about my short confirmation. It would be us going below 65.8K here. We go below this level right here. That's confirmation for me. 65.8K. And personally, I want to see it go all the way below 65K because, you know, sometimes the candlesticks will have these long wicks like back here. You'll see those long wicks coming down. And sometimes it'll do that. So I want to see it go below 65K. So once it drops below 65K, that's like confirmation for me to ride that from 65K all the way down. Well, 64.9K all the way down to 60K. And then if it breaks that, then all the way down to 50. But we'll talk about that later. We really want to talk about Avantis. But yeah, sign up through my link. You can go ahead and connect. You can connect a wallet. You don't even have to use your email address, or you can be like me and use your email address to sign up for it too. You can sign up for it with an email address, and then it'll create a wallet for you. You can sign up with your own base wallet. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of people have been mentioning, you know, Avantis in my comments, you know, asking if I still believe in it. And one of the main reasons, I'm going to be completely honest here, one of the main reasons I still believe it, and this is crazy, Bitcoin is dumping. Bitcoin is at 69.2K now. That's crazy. Like, but right before I started this video, it was at 69.6K. So it's really dumping hard right now. But right before I was mentioning that, I was about to mention one of the main reasons I'm so bullish on base, well, on Avantis, is because the base developers and the base founders and co-founder are so adamant on base and integrating base with Avantis. So they are so adamant on Avantis and integrating it with base. So this is huge because the base app we know is created by the same people who do Coinbase. And that's one of the largest exchanges in the world. I think the largest exchange in the US also. And that's a really, really, really big thing. And if they have this DeFi app, which is Base, that they're trying to integrate Avantis within and put it into Base, that is super bullish inside of my personal opinion. And they pretty much already have it integrated. They're just finishing some stuff up with it. And they're also doing trading competitions called the League of Leverage, you know, like the League of Legends, but called League of Leverage. And there's like 100K competition. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm so bullish on it because the base developers are bullish on it. I believe in the base developers and also Coinbase as well. And Coinbase being one of the largest exchanges in the world, if they're so like big with Avantis, then I think that it would be foolish for people to not be bullish with Avantis. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's going to be the Aster of base, right? It's going to be the Aster of base. Like Aster is huge on BNB. Avantis is going to be that thing for base. So that's how I'm seeing it. Not everyone's gonna see it like me. This is literally posted by the base app developers, like directly on their Twitter. It says there's 1 week left in Avantis trading competition. They're doing trading competitions for Avantis, so they're really pushing Avantis hard. So they really believe in Avantis and what Avantis is doing. So that just leads me to also believe in what Avantis is doing as well. Now, Avantis is pretty cheap right now. I'll say that. Avantis is all the way down at a little bit below 15 cents now. So it's super, super cheap at these prices. And honestly, I'm probably going to end up buying some soon. So I might buy some after we start seeing the pullbacks, because I do believe we're going to pull back here, despite us having this rising wedge or falling wedge. Falling wedges are bullish patterns, but for some reason, I just don't believe that we're going to have a breakout after seeing what's happening to Bitcoin. Now, is it a possibility? Yes. Just like the falling wedge that happened here with Zcash that I predicted and I was telling everybody about, this was a huge falling wedge, and it broke out. As you can see here, it broke out. It's funny because right here at the bottom of that trend line of the falling wedge is right where it broke out at. You can actually go back to my previous Zcash video and see that it's literally right on the dot. Like I literally had it right on the dot, and then it literally breaks out right there. So that's actually pretty crazy. And right now I'm just gonna extend it actually, just so I can have it for my next video so I can talk about that. So actually, no, I want to have it right there so I can brag and talk shit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there so I can brag and talk shit in my next video. But it did break out. But see, this is what happens with a lot of these rising wedges or falling wedges. Sometimes it's just a temporary breakout. This was a temporary breakout. If you watch my last Zcash video when we were at $190, I was telling everybody, get ready for Zcash to possibly get up to $305. Well, $306 because that was the next resistance slash 340. But what we ended up doing was we stopped at 296 and then it started to pull back. And I think it's going to continue to pull back from there. So I would definitely say get ready for another pullback. I'm looking for $150 to $120 Zcash next. So get ready for 150 to 120. We're at 238 now. Unfortunately, it's going to drop and pull back. I'll make a whole video on that. But the reason why I'm speaking on this in the Avantis video is because if you look at this falling wedge inside of Avantis, I mean, Avantis could do some stupid stuff, right? Like break out and get up here to what is that, 16 cents? That's not even a big pump. Look, 16 cents is because we have the resistance there, multiple supports here at 16 cents, multiple supports, and then support there, and yeah, that's it. But we've seen it time and time again. So if we even do break out here, we might just go out to 16 cents and then continue to dump if Bitcoin continues to dump as well. So I wouldn't be too focused on that. I'd be focused on dollar cost averaging at this point. At this point, you know, it's best to be focused on your dollar cost average. So you could buy in now and all that good stuff, but it would be for the long term. Like, we're not just gonna break out huge at this with this falling wedge and just go all the way up to $2 again. It's not gonna happen like that. We gotta wait till the bull market, and I don't think that's gonna start till the end of this year. So unfortunately, I think Avantis is gonna be screwed for most of the year alongside Bitcoin. Like, I think everything's gonna sell off a lot harder, and there's a possibility you could even see like a $20 million market cap Avantis. I know how crazy it sounds, but there's a possibility that we can see this thing going down harder than what we already see today. And just to kind of show you some calculations here, you know, according to my calculations, like you can say like Steve Urkel on, we can go ahead and take the let me know how that impression was. Well, look, we can take the circulating supply, right, and we can multiply it by the current price, and it'll give us the current market cap, right? 47 million, and it's not kind of updated right now. It's 48 million, but it's not updated because of CoinGecko. But anyways, let's take that and then let's multiply that now by 8 cents, right? 25 million in market cap. So there's a possibility that you can be buying Avantis at 8 cents. But if you're bullish long term, then dollar cost averaging is always the way to go, because you never know if it's just going to take off. I could be wrong, and it could take off and never come back down, right? Anything could happen at this point. I don't think it's going to happen like that, though. I think if we break out, we come back, get rejected here, and then dump a little bit more. It's just usually how things like this work. This is the 4-hour chart. If we're looking at the technicals, the indicators and stuff, we can see the %hour trend exhaustion coming down here inside this oversold range. So we're seeing a lot of overselling there on the %hour trend exhaustion. And then we can also see here with the MACD, we're seeing more selling pressure coming into the charts on the MACD. So we're seeing more selling pressure in there as well. And then also, if we look at the daily chart, this is going to give us a more of a long-term perspective here. And if you look at that, I mean, it doesn't look too good, right? It doesn't look too good. Almost looks like it is building some bullish divergence, and bullish divergence, you'll see higher lows here on the charts for the MACD. Where is it? Bullish divergence there. Yeah, higher lows on the charts while simultaneously getting lower lows, or higher lows on the MACD while simultaneously getting lower lows on the charts. So if you see, we can see here higher lows on the MACD while simultaneously getting lower lows on the charts. So a breakout is imminent eventually, but how long is it going to break out for? That's the real question. Then is it going to continue to go down as the time goes on? And also we can look at the percent. Our training session doesn't look too good either. Long-term trend staying oversold. Short-term trend about to come back down a little bit more. So yeah, I'm not too confident with the direction of the price on the short term, but long term, I'm still pretty bullish here. But also keep in mind that we are trading within a falling wedge here on Avantis. So again, I'm pretty bullish. Check out the link in the description for the Avantis Fi app. This is probably one of the better PFI trading apps there are. Aster is pretty good, and I would say this is up to par with Aster. So I would definitely say check it out and sign up through the link in my description. And when I say sign up, all you really have to do is click the link there. You can just connect your wallet to the Avantis Fi through the link I put in there, and then you'll get access to those lower trading fees. It's up to 15%, but I don't think it starts at 15%. I think it depends on how many people I get to sign up, and then as more people sign up, that percentage will be even larger for you guys. So I think starting off is like 5%, and then it goes like 10%, and then it goes to like 15. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for that. And yeah, all I can say is with Avantis, you just got to be patient. If you believe in it, and then you got to be patient. They have an actual product, they have an actual project, and they're continuing to push it and they're continuing to develop. And even though they have a low market cap at only 48 million, the trading volume is still decent at 8.5 million. And that is pretty good actually for their market cap to trading volume ratio. And they stay consistent on updating the community as well, which is something a lot of projects don't do. If they don't see that they're getting a lot of support, they don't, they usually don't stay pushing their projects. But Avantis is still doing it despite not getting the support deserved. So I think that eventually, once things start to turn around, I think that it's going to be good for Avantis. And this is one of the builders on base. He said he's the Eastern Europe lead at base. So he's the lead of the Eastern Europe sector for base, right? Previously developing for Circle, which is like a money thing like Cash App or something, I believe, and then Lyft, as you know, it's almost like Uber, and now he's developing for base as the Eastern Europe lead for them. And it says here, this is a tweet that he posted: builders on base should be paying attention to this 68 billion plus cumulative volume plus 19.5 million in fees across crypto, forex, commodities, and equities. This is what scalable on-chain trading looks like when execution meets product discipline. Respect to the Avantis Fi team for building depth on base. And look, remember they've been listed to Robinhood. So if Robinhood has listed Avantis, that should say a lot. Robinhood doesn't list many projects, but they have been listing a lot of projects, which is kind of undermining good projects like Avantis. Like they have been listing a lot of different projects lately, but I think that they should slow down. But there are listing decent projects like Avantis, so I think that definitely speaks for itself as well. And then this is what they've posted here: the overall market $68.1 million inside of their volume, the cumulative volume. Yeah, it's just a lot of money is flowing through base. So a lot of money is flowing through base. A lot of money is flowing through their forex. Like, look at that. That's actually insane. So insane numbers are going through their forex department and everything. So a lot of money is flowing through base. A lot of money. All right. So this is pretty much how I feel about base. I know a lot of people have been curious about this, so I decided I had to make this video because it's been a while since I've made a video on base. And look at Bitcoin dumping at 69K now. So like I said, I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down here. Let's see what happens. I want to see if it ends up breaking this support and how hard it breaks the support, right? So let's see if this ends up doing what I think it's about to do. And yeah, I'm gonna make a whole separate video on Bitcoin, by the way. We'll see if it does something similar to this and then just starts breaking out again. I don't think it's gonna do that twice in a row though, but we will see. I'll make a whole video on Bitcoin, like I mentioned before, I think we're gonna get another pullback like how we did before. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, this is all I got for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Again, check out the link for Avantis inside of the description. Help support the channel. Go trade through that link. And yeah, as always, I'll be back with another video.